with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
It's been quiet for most of this week. I like this morning too, even though we weren't in the 40s and 50s. A lot of us started in the low 60s. It was comfortable and still even approaching 90 degrees. It still was for the most part a nice day, and that's because of the lack of humidity. And certainly okay with that. We'll feel a little bit more tomorrow, and then we get another big break in the humidity Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll talk about next week. But look at the highs out right now. Carlisle, almost 90. Same for Hummelstown, Edders, Duncannon. I'm not rooting for 90 degrees. It's just that we're awfully close. We had the forecast high today of 90, and I would say, for the most part, we are close enough. Just showing the beach cameras. We go to Ocean City, Maryland, just because it is that time of the year, and we have a camera. And every once in a while, I just like to see this and just think, you know what, I got to make it down there at some point, and hopefully you have that opportunity too. If beach is your thing, it's looking quite busy, quite active, and we love taking that live look at Ocean City, Maryland. All right, so we're into the upper 80s now. Let's zoom out just a little bit more because we've got 90 Springfield, Toledo, Kansas City at 91. This doesn't seem all that extreme, does it? And again, this is separate from next week's heat dome. And we'll talk about that a couple of times here throughout the evening. As we show you, we've got a front that's upstream, ridge of high pressure providing comfortably cooler and dry air. And that's why I emphasize this weekend is nice. I really like this weekend's outlook too. So let's go through. Overnight, we're quiet. Friday, a quiet start in the morning. We'll see some clouds begin to develop. And then we're going to be watching these storms. I'm not a big fan of these storms because these are one of the type of situation where it's dark and downpouring, in the next town over, you might get missed or vice versa. It's pouring in your neighborhood, gets missed in the other. So these are sort of the garden variety hit or miss. This is not a guarantee we're all getting storms, but there will certainly be some in the area tomorrow afternoon and evening. And I would say especially that 4 to 7 o'clock time frame will be the best chance. Then for Saturday, we clear it out, dry air moves in, and it's just fantastic for Saturday and Sunday. Then we move into next week. A reminder, it is Father's Day weekend too, as we're 82 and 84. Then we're 92 on Monday. That heat wave, we've had numerous times here over the last couple of years of temperatures in the 90s, 3-4 days. But this is a week-long stretch. I see us starting in the 90s Monday, lasting all week, perhaps even the following weekend. So this is going to be a challenge, certainly moving into next week with a high heat and high humidity. And I think that is going to create some problems too when we're talking air quality because this is a heat dome. Best way to describe it is just taking like a big salad bowl and putting it over top of the area and we just kind of sit there. We don't really have that chance to get that. Yep, exactly.
That doesn't sound great.
Well,
It is
you
what it is.
got to find someone that has a pool.